Who do we need, babe?
Mr. Mayor.
Okay, hold on.
Mr. and Ms. Talbot.
It doesn't go to sleep in the middle.
Yeah, once it's being used, I don't think it goes to sleep. I think it's when you're waiting.
I recognize that voice anywhere. Mrs. Dowden.
I'm sitting behind the computer. So
Good
don't talk
morning.
about me.
Let's see, let me try to get them in the, can y'all speed up just a little bit? You're good.
Okay,
I don't need
Mr.
anything.
Talbot right there, Mrs. Talbot, okay.
Ms. Lynch.
See if we can do it like that.
Miss Lynch.
Mr. and Ms. Talbot, if you'll raise your right hand, please. Ms. Lynch. Do you and each of you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Dowd.
You're Shannon Marie Lynch, is that true? Okay, Ms. Lynch, you're here today regarding the estate of your late father, Henry Paul Lynch, is that true?
Yes.
And I understand that your dad passed away on or about August 7th of last year, 2021, is that true? Dad did not have a last will and testament to your knowledge, is that right?
Right.
He just had left you, and he was not married at the time of his passing, and left you and your sister, his only two children he ever had, is that true?
Yes.
Okay. Have you had an opportunity to look over the proof of death and other facts that we're filing with the board today? There's a need for an administration of your dad's estate, is that true? Everything in that document is within your knowledge and true and correct, is that right? And finally, we have an oath here for you to sign. You promise Judge Brannick you'll take care of the affairs of dad's estate to the best of your ability, is that right? Okay, if you will, please, ma'am. Oh, wait, I'll pass you to Ms. Phelan.
I don't have any questions, Judge. I've interviewed the witnesses and I've read everything and I've submitted it in the report.
Thank you. Go right ahead with the Mr. and Ms. Talbot.
Y'all are Larry and Barbara Talbot, is that true?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. and Ms. Talbot, for being with us and helping us with the Lynch estate this morning. And so y'all have no interest in Henry Paul Lynch's estate, is that true?
No,
Yes.
It's true that you have no interest?
Yeah.
oh, we have,
Okay,
have no interest.
have no interest, okay. And so have y'all both of you had an opportunity to look over the statement of facts that we should have there in front of you for you to sign this morning?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay, so is everything in the document within y'all's knowledge and true and correct?
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Okay, all right, pass the witness.
I don't have any questions, Judge.
That's
All
all
right,
we
you
have.
may be excused, Ms. Phelan,
Thank you, Judge.
so you can get back to
Yes.
pulling your hair out.
Like we had it there.
Thank you, Judge. Y'all have a great day.
See you later, Kim. Thank you so much.
Sign right of your name right there.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
Okay, let me know when those are notarized, Ms. Dowden.
Yes, sir.
I see Ms. in on the project too.
Is it approved?
Yes, sir.
Just sign.
All right, good gracious, you write horribly.
Got that from her lawyer. I told you to practice.
Need to go to medical school.
That's what my dad always told me, and I did. Right like that.
Okay, Judge, they're signed. We're done, Judge.
Right. All right, Mr. and Ms. Talbot, thank you so much for being here today. We appreciate your time.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I find the judge declaring heirship and the order authorizing independent administration of your father's estate. Mr. Dowden's going to guide you through the process. Here's a guide that explains how the process works, so take some time to review that and understand the contents of it. Make sure that you cooperate with him in getting the list of the assets of your father's estate, because he has 90 days to file an inventory with the court. But other than that, I hope everything goes well.
Yes,
Y'all
appreciate it
have a
very
great
much.
one. Be careful.
They have fun over there.
He cuts up every once in a while, especially if I'm here, he's always, you have to say something under oath or something.
Mr. Chadlin, you have one with some Zoom witnesses?
This is going to be testimony only. They just posted this Friday.
Okay.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Chadlin.
We're gonna have the witnesses, two witnesses by Zoom this morning.
Okay, where, do you know their name?
We have one, Stephanie Miguez.
Stephanie Miguez and the other witness is Christy Taunton. Taunton.
There's somebody on Alma's iPad. That ring a bell?
Well, we can see if that's her. And you're Ms. Romero?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And take this one back in the room.
The judge of all COVID stuff, I was actually excited to come down here and be in a real courtroom this morning.
Yeah, it's been a
been a
strange
long
couple of
time.
years.
Yeah. Right, these are gonna be the two witnesses. Right here, that's what you'll sign.
Okay, Ms. Romero, what is your home address?
It's 6371 Verde.
Grove?
Yes, sir. 77619.
Okay. Ms. Miguez, and is that Ms. Taunton with you?
Yes, it is.
Okay, if y'all will raise your right hands. Ms. Romero, if you'll raise your right hand. Do you and each of you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this call should be the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Yes, I do. I do.
Okay, go right ahead, Mr. Chadden.
Your Honor, we're here this morning with an application of a Ms. Romero.
Well, let me do this since we have witnesses online. Are these witnesses to the handwriting?
Yes, Your Honor, the witnesses, both witnesses witnessed the signing of the will.
Oh,
And-
okay.
Right, and Your Honor, they're offering testimony, which I think will clarify some issues, that the will was a self-prepared will, and it had the language of a self-proving affidavit within it, but it was just a little bit off of the code.
Yeah.
The substance was the same, and both witnesses can attest to the facts that are in compliance with the code provision.
Okay, let me give me just a second. I do it because we're on when we're on Zoom. Ladies, I'm going to hold up what purports to be the last will and testament of Rosie V. Gardenshire. Do y'all recognize that as being her will?
Yes, sir.
And I'm going to go to the back of the will where it has the witness's signatures. Are those your signatures?
Yes. Yes.
And were y'all present on 21st of February 2017? And did y'all witness this will being signed by Ms. Gardenshire and being declared as being her last will and testament?
Yes.
And I take it both of you were above the age of 14 at the time that you signed as witnesses?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Your Honor, with all this garden hire, just for identification.
Oh.
I don't say that disrespectfully, just. to
Oh,
make sure.
thank you. Garden
No
hire.
question,
Pardon me,
garden
lady.
hire.
All right, do you have any other questions of these witnesses?
Your Honor, both Ms. McGez and Ms. Taunton have before them, and I think the court has affidavits to
Yeah.
sign, which.
So you have affidavits before you concerning or a proof of facts or an affidavit of concerning facts about the handwriting of the testatrix of the
Yes, sir.
decedent?
Yes.
Okay, is everything in those affidavits true and correct?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, y'all are going to make arrangements, to sign those before a notary public and get those back to Mr. Chadlin so that he can e-file those with the county clerk, okay?
Okay. Yes.
All right, well, ladies, y'all, I'm ready to excuse them unless you have something else you need from them.
No further questions for these witnesses, Your
Okay,
Honor.
you ladies are excused. Thank you for so much for your time today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Go right ahead.
Your Honor, we have filed the proceeding this morning with the amended application as an application for appointment of Ms. Romero as an independent executrix, and we filed the application with the will annexed.
Yes, sir.
Reason being, the original will had named Frank Edward Justice as the executor, but there's a sworn statement of how he's declined to serve. And the way the will was drafted did not name an alternate executrix. So it's been filed that way for this reason, and the court has before it that original will. And we're proceeding on that basis. And Ms. Romero, I'd like to call her as a witness.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Ms. Romero, are you Martha Jane Romero?
Yes.
The court has before it this morning the original will of Rosie Gardner that was signed in 2017. Have you reviewed that document?
I read the document.
Okay. Was that the original, was that the will and testament that Ms. Gardner signed in 2017?
The only one.
The one that's been filed with the application of Ms. Collins? Okay. Now, for clarification, I think the court has tendered, is this the
And that's her signature on that.
the document we're referring to? That's the original.
Yes, sir, that's it.
Now, for the purposes of clarification, Ms. Gardenhire signed that will as Rosie V. Gardenhire, correct?
Right.
And is Ms. Rosie V. Gardenhire also Rosie May Gardenhire?
Yes.
And my understanding, the V stood for Vincent, which was a married name.
Right.
She uses a middle name,
No, it's her maiden name.
Vincent.
Vincent was
Okay.
her maiden name. In the 60s and 70s, when you filled out for your driver's license.
Yeah, I read that in the
Yeah.
pleading.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, you had to put your maiden name. And so she always signed her checks, Rosie V. Gardenhire, and the V stood for Vincent. On her birth certificate, she was born Rosie May Gardenhire.
Okay. And I appreciate you clarifying that. And I'm going to show you,
I mean Vincent.
yes, ma'am. I'm going to show you a document that's entitled Proof of Death and Other Facts.
Okay.
Are those facts true and correct?
Yes.
Right, you can go ahead and sign that just as your name appears on there, Ms. Romero.
Okay. I take medication and it makes me shake, so I'm gonna try to take my time
Take your time.
so that I
Yeah.
can read it.
I'm not in any hurry.
And Your Honor, I might mention in light of the fact that we have, as of this morning, the amended application was filed, that we've asked it for notice to be posted and returned. And what we're going to ask for is that the court recess the matter and not enter an order until the 10 days it's been posted and returned, and the returns on file.
We'll do that, and as soon as the return of citation is right, I will sign the orders. She can sign and approve. If you'll go
And
ahead.
we have an oath. I don't know if she should.
Why don't you hold on to the oath until after the
right.
10 days have run, get her to sign those in your office and then return it. And then by that time, you'll have had time to get the statements from the two disinterested witnesses, and then I'll sign it whenever it comes in.
I figured that was the best thing with the oath. I've never had to do it that way.
That sounds great.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Romero, I'm going to sign it as soon as the time periods that are required by the estate code have elapsed, which will be the end of next week. And this is a guide, explains how the process works. You can review that whenever you have time. And make sure, once I sign the order, you'll have 90 days to file an inventory with the court. So make sure you cooperate with Mr. Chadlin in getting him the information necessary. Talks about that in here, but anyway, I hope everything goes well, and y'all let us know if you need anything, Mr. Chadlin.
Thank you, Your Honor. I
Y'all take
appreciate it.
care.
Thank you.
Oh, Mr. Mayo? Take care, Ed. Good to
Thank
see
you.
you.
I'm going to be back to see you in a few minutes. I haven't.
Okay.